Hello and welcome to my graduation tutorial where we'll be learning how to recreate this graduation invitation. In this tutorial, ultimately, you'll also be learning how to recreate your own invitation for any event that you would like to be personalized. So let's get started. We'll go ahead and get started in Microsoft Publisher. You can also use PowerPoint or even Word, but I prefer Publisher for my invitations. You'll want to be sure that the orientation of your page matches the image that you're going to use. As of right now, my orientation is in landscape. If my image was going to be in a portrait, then I could change my orientation. But for now, I'll leave it on landscape. Next, what I'll do is insert an image. You'll want to be sure that the image matches the event that you are sending the invitation for. You'll select the image and insert. Now you'll see my image doesn't exactly fit. I can adjust it by either dragging, by using these dots on the side, but what I prefer to do is to right-click, select this down arrow under crop, and you can adjust any parts of the image that you think may not fit. I'll then drag, and it's always important to remember that any parts of your image that are hanging off of the page will not print. You can see that here on the image preview. And you can also find the image preview if you go to print. And you'll see this is exactly what my image will look like. That looks like it fits great, and it looks like there's plenty of space for information. When choosing an image, you'll also want to be sure that for an invitation, there's room to insert all of the event information, as well as the name. You'll want the name to be fairly large, so I'm going to put the name of the event or important information right here, as well as time, date, and location right here, as you saw in the preview earlier. Now for the fun part, we start creating event information. So to do that, what we'll do is click Insert, go to Draw Text Box. Now you'll see that once I click Draw Text Box and I come back to my image, my mouse has changed. What I'll then do is left click and hold, and you'll see that I've created a text box. Now here I'm going to write Class of 2020. Oh, and you'll see that my text is not showing, and that's because the text is black, as you can see here. I'll change that to white. I'll also resize my font, my text to be a lot bigger. And here we'll also discuss centering. So here you can see that my text can either be moved to the left, centered, or pushed to the right. Here I would like it centered. I'll also go ahead and choose a font. You can search through fonts by clicking on Font, scrolling down, and choosing one that you may think catches the attention of the person receiving the invitation, but also matches the event. I like that one. What I'll do is resize based on the font. You'll see that that was way too big, so I'll click smaller. Now there's plenty of font numbers, text numbers in between 48 and 72, so maybe I can try to type in 50. And I made it just a little bigger. So then what I'll do is insert, once again, and draw a text box right about here, and this is where the information is going to go. And what you can do when recreating your very own is refer back to the images that I have posted in the invitation module. So what we notice here is that the class of 2020 is usually large on a graduation invitation. We also notice that the graduate's name is usually pretty large. And secondary to all of that, you'll see that the information is a good size, but not as large as the class of 2020 and the graduate's name. Oops, and my font is black again. So here I'll type in honor of, and we'll keep the text small for now and we'll adjust it as we proceed. Once again, you can refer back. Then you see the day, the date, and the time. You'll want the time. This is also around when people write if there's a reception happening afterwards. You'll also want to write the location. So now it's time to adjust the font. We can have the font usually match the font that's up here. You'll see as I highlight, the font settings are already here. And you'll see that if I come back up all the way to the top, Microsoft has already saved my recently used fonts up here. So I'll select the same font, and I'll adjust the text size accordingly. Remember, I want the name to be larger. I can adjust the size of the box to make information fit. I can adjust whether the text is moved to the left, right, or centered. I think that centered looks great. And there you have it. There's your invitation. So before you print it, it's very important that you have checked that all of the information is absolutely correct. I think that this can be a little larger. Let's go for 65. I think that looks great. All right, and then when we're all done, what we'll do is select File, Print, and here you have your print preview. So remember, be sure that your entire image fits. You don't want part of the image cropped out. Make sure that all of your text fits great. That's exactly what it'll look like. And then you'll select Print, and you're all done.